Brian, why the overrate if you just lowered your price target by 20 bucks?
Yeah, look, I think what they were pointing to is a macro situation tearing faster and further than expected. We just got that guidance less than about a month ago, but there's no company-specific problems. While there is some overlap with TikTok, Snap engagement is intact. Stories are constructive from what we heard last night. Snapchatters remain highly engaged in the content with close friends. They are substituting spotlight content for more distant acquaintances. But the engagement is intact, the audience is intact, and so we think the long-term opportunity is intact with that continued strong engagement.
The stock's trading at 13. Brian, this is a massive, massive move for a company that was a darling not that long ago. As Alix says, you've gone 48 to 27. We're trading 13 right now. What is the right price for this stock? If you were to put a number on it right now, is it that 27? Or do you think it's actually kind of the risk is to the downside? Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's a great question, Guy. I don't think the risk is to the downside. At our price target of 27, that's trading at 36 times next year's EBITDA. They're growing that EBITDA between 21 and 24 at 37%. We got no specific color in terms of, was it weakness on brand, direct response? Was it specific verticals or regions of concerns? You're right. Several stocks are down in sympathy. Pinterest, Trade Desk, Facebook, Google. It's hard to tell if the market is getting this right or overshooting, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I think what we wanted to highlight is there's a potential that a broad ad recession is emerging. One of the last things you want to cut, that advertisers cut, is that bottom of funnel performant direct response advertising. And for Snap, that's 45% of the business.
So Brian, give me a perspective for Snap and its peers, for example. So if it's a macro environment issue, right, and all these social media stocks are going to get hit with that, are there ones that can manage that a little better than Snap? Or is there an advantage that you see that Snap might have?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I think the pain that we're starting to feel, and we just got back from marketing in Europe internationally, is, and Google pointed to this on the quarterly print, it's international branded campaigns are softening. You don't want to be exposed to somebody who's too international. You don't want to be exposed to somebody who's too high up the funnel and branded. Twitter, if it wasn't for what was going on with Elon Musk and that drama, is the one that is most exposed to top of funnel branded and more exposed to international. But again, there's a separate situation that is maybe putting some insulation around that stock. In terms of what would fare better, companies that are bottom of funnel, performant advertising, search-based, click-based, CPA, CPC, those ones are fairly insulated.
Yep.
And then companies that have, a model that goes beyond just simple advertising. So Amazon with AWS, Google with their cloud business, those will provide insulation as we go through a recessionary environment too.
Brian, yes or no? Would you buy at 13?
Yes, we would buy at 13.